Three little witches that I once knew, a yellow, one a blue, one a green, one too. She let the others with her.
Witches were seen as the ultimate embodiment of evil to the church, consorts of the devil himself, dabbling in the dark arts. Three women were accused of witchcraft: Sarah Good, Sarah Osborne, and Tituba, an enslaved woman.
Tituba! Come out here! No!
She made me do it! She made Betty do it!
Tituba not to Betty!
She made me treat her!
Tituba confessed to being a witch and began to accuse others of using black magic.
The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land.
Many critics have noted that the witches resemble the fates of Greek mythology, three goddesses who spun threads that determined how long a mortal's life would be, how much suffering they would experience, and how they would die.
When you hear of witchcraft, you start to assume demons or voodoo. As long as you're just a little bit ignorant, you could probably get away with having a dark magic spell cast on you.
I put a spell on you. And now you're mine.
One of the largest witch trials in history was the Würzburg witch trials, where the Prince Bishop had power.
Boo! There you are. Boo!
You have pled guilty to the practice of witchcraft. I want names of others.
I know of no others.
Again.
Symbolically, the accused witch of the silent film era was representative of how women had historically been blamed for the faults of men in the early 1900s.
The whole history of witchcraft is interwoven with the fear of female sexuality.
Their one contribution to the story was to provide a gift, curse, or prophecy unto the protagonist. In these stories, the woman's supposed crime would typically be fending off the advances of a man, who in turn would lash out in anger by accusing her of being a witch who had tempted him to sin.
Europe executed as many as 80,000 people accused of witchcraft, and each perceived to be lustful, devil-worshipping members of the underworld.
The Evil Queen's characterization, first vain and beautiful, then vengeful and ugly, would influence the witch archetype for years to come.
I'm an ugly old beast!
Hey. No.
The witch would go on to be relegated to the Halloween caricature as seen in the works of L. Frank Baum and Roald Dahl, among others.
Not my daughter, you bitch!
What do you actually know about witchcraft?
What is this book?
Evil, Marshall. Pure evil.
We often get these images of either witches on brooms with hats, and they're dressed in black, and they have big pots, and they cook people and children, and they can enter your dreams, enter your body, and do horrible things to you.
Wicked Witch's appearance greatly impacted the look of animated witches, who similarly wore pointed hats, had colored skin, and rode broomsticks. And the witch became a go-to Halloween costume.
Must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch, yeah. Must be the season of
And she is here this morning to tell us all about it. And you can see she has dressed in character.
Well, I don't choose these things. I am chosen by the Christmas witch.
I call this Death of a Witch. Something's coming. It's a house.
As a result, there was a switch from sitcoms to supernatural dramas, and witches now had to be enviable, not just relatable.
I hate being a witch.
Demons, vampires, and witches hiding in plain sight.
Here's to 4 straight years of pre-gaming with the dead. We have to do something spooky. How about light as a feather, stiff as a board? I know a way that's different.
While in the past there had been both beautiful and ugly witches, in the modern era they were all gorgeous.
Now is the time, now is the hour, ours is the magic, ours is the power.
In recent years, we've started to see increasingly empathetic depictions of witches. These stories reveal how much a narrative changes when it's seen through the witch's eyes, rather than the lens of the community that shuns her.
Yes! That's it!
Darkness will win.
No! Love is infinite!
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
This reflected the feminist idea of the time that women should band together and support one another. In 1999, the Blair Witch Project was released, and it was a full-blown cultural phenomenon. Audiences were manipulated into creating their own idea of the Blair Witch based off of decades worth of misconceptions and stereotypes about witchcraft.
The rest of the people outside that don't come here think it's dangerous.
No, they used to come.
We're studying research. Yeah.
Medicine for steaming, removing bad lights. Some of them are medicine for lungs.
Okay.
Witchcraft is not an African word, first and foremost. Any African language, witchcraft is not there. Ayi is sort of a stand-in, a representative of other concepts within other African language societies.
Laveau was a devout practitioner of Vodou and an herbalist who would hold spiritual ceremonies of healing and faith in Congo Square every Sunday until her passing in 1881. A mysterious individual, capable of untold abilities, grew exponentially.
African people moved over the last 400 years, and they carried with them, in mind, memory, and in practice, their own ideas of spiritual culture.
Teach me.
You know what? Some other people, they use it for bells, for protection.
Okay.
Some of the
Protection against what? Demons? What?
Not demons, like bad fires.
Finally, witchcraft is also a catch-all term for African spirituality.
Coming from here, this is in Gaza. It's different types of medicine, maybe about 20 medicine that are here.
20 medicine.
Bad dreams, you only took like a small thing like this, and then you put it in something, you use a matches, that smoke, you're healing.
Oh, you burn it?
Yes.
And then you breathe the smoke?
Yes, you breathe the smoke.
Africans are commonly referred to as purveyors, as carriers and practitioners of witchcraft, when witchcraft has a long history in European culture, literature, and language.
Cash to the whistle.